Assalamualaikum. We meet again. Before, as I mentioned in the previous video, I will show you the last video. But actually, before the last video, I want to discuss something with you. For me, it's very important in meaning process. Okay, it's a bit involve mathematics, but very simple equation to use. Okay, so in the previous slide that I maybe at the beginning of my videos I mentioned about the speed itself. Okay, when you use the ball milling machine, okay, you have the tumbler, so means that this tumbler rotate either clockwise or anti-clockwise. So of course when they rotate, the involve speed. Okay, normally in milling machine we use RPM, okay, rotation per minute. Higher number of RPM means that more fast the speed is. Okay, so in milling machine, okay, in milling process, actually, we have one important term that we use as a critical speed. Okay, the statement for this critical speed means the point where the mill becomes centrifuged is called the critical speed. And ball mills usually operate at 65% to 75% of the critical speed. Okay, I give you simple analogy. Okay, let's say when you calculate using this equation, okay, you found that the maximum speed, the critical speed of the milling machine that you use is about 100 RPM. Okay, when you calculate the values, the size, the diameter, the size of the ball milling media, and others, and you found that the maximum speed for that particular milling machine that you use is about 100 RPM. So means that when you operate the milling machine, the speed of the milling machine is appropriate to use is about 65 to 75%. So meaning, as I mentioned just now, let's say when you calculate, you get the maximum critical speed you can obtain for machine that you want to use about 100 RPM. So means that when you operate the milling machine, the speed that you can use is about 65 RPM to 75 RPM. Okay, why this speed is very important? Because of course when you do the milling machine, when you do the milling process, you let's say you need to rotate with a high speed rotation. Okay, so therefore when high speed rotation, if you exceed the critical speed of the milling machine, the most concern is that the feed will splash out from the tumbler or container. So you can see here in the figures that I showed to you just now. Okay, so you can see this slurries just splash out from the milling machine. Okay, here how you calculate the critical speed of ball mill. Okay, they have equation for the ball milling, how to calculate the critical speed of ball milling machine. Okay, the G, the capital R or the small r referring to radius of ball mill and also radius of the ball. Okay, radius of ball mill means the radius of the container minus radius of the ball size. Okay, so in this case, you can go through these two YouTube link. Okay, how to do the simple calculation for critical speed of milling machine. Please try. My advice to you, please try this calculation. Okay, if you don't try it, you cannot relate what you have learned in the milling process, because this question can be combined with the other kind of milling information, something like how to increase the efficiency by how to increase the efficiency of the milling process by by relating with the critical speed and how the critical speed affected the quality of the end product of the slurries prior to feeding to the spray dryer and others. Okay, so please try this calculation because I plan to show you to you, but I already give you the link here, so please try the calculation. Okay, so now I want to summarize what you have learned actually in in milling process. Okay, number one, you had learned already the importance and mechanism of grinding using ball milling machine. And number two, you already learned the important factors during selection of milling media. And number three, you can identify the different type of milling machine to grind the ceramics powders. And number four, the type of spray dryer in ceramic processing. Maybe I want to add another point is how the critical speed influence the performance of the milling process. So please carefully, seriously taken this point. Okay, so afterwards I will share with you my last videos, okay, about your reflections. Okay, because I don't plan to capture your attendance on Monday and Thursday. It's very difficult for me, even very difficult for you, because you have your own time to learn from the videos and also to understand, to check with the Google, to check with the other literatures review. So therefore, this reflection session, afterwards I will share the video. I will capture your attendance through that. So please don't late to submit your reflection session. And also, whoever posting any question into my Padlet, I will give extra mark for that. Okay, so please stay with me, stay safe, stay at home, and take care of your health. Okay, thank you very much. See you. Bye bye.